Houston. How you guys doing? You guys doing good? Good, beautiful. That's good. I had an awkward moment today. I was walking, I went to a coffee shop and I was walking. You ever slide your foot in a way where it sounds like a fart? So then you have to recreate the sound so people don't think you're a monster. The worst is when the first one sounds like a fart and the second one sounds like a squeak. And you're like, hold on, I can make more fart sounds. Give me 1 second. That's my worst night. I don't even know what I'm trying to go for in that situation, because it's like the best case scenario is like I'm walking around like I have a limp. And the worst case scenario is like that crippled guy just farted 4 times, I'm pretty sure. It is my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare is actually being trapped in an elevator and a fart has erupted. Because all of a sudden you're a suspect in a crime. Somebody's asshole has opened up under the cover of darkness and spewed DNA into an enclosed space, and there's no way to prove that it wasn't you. You can't just be like, hey, I didn't do that. Immediately it feels like you did it. Sometimes it's obvious. Sometimes like, that was for sure that guy. This smells the way he looks. So I was at this coffee shop, and then I went up to the barista. The barista had stars all over his face. Have you seen this? It's a new thing. If you have acne on your face, you're supposed to put stars. If you have 1 pimple, put a star on your face. This guy had a full constellation. He was out here looking like a first grader's report card. I was like, this looks worse. How do I tell him? You can't just come out with 14 blue stars on your face. What if your whole face sucks? You're just gonna tape a paper plate to your head? Can't just put stickers on all your problems. I don't know. I think I've realized as I've gotten older, I've become a bitchy dude, you know? Everything bothers me. I went to the doctor. Everybody hates the doctors, right? I went to the doctor. I had an acute illness, and turns out it's an obtuse illness. Isosceles. No, I went to the doctor. I hate going to the doctor, like everyone, but what's funny to me about the doctor experience is that they've assembly lined everything about the doctor experience except for the payment portion. As soon as you start to pay, it feels like you're doing a mob deal. They're like, hey, don't worry about paying right now, but your whole life is fucked from now on. Also, why am I going to the doctor? Why isn't the doctor used to come to you? That makes way more sense. You're the sick person. You should be in bed. Right? Back in the day, you would lay in bed, you just turn your head, and the doctor, he came there with his purse full of leeches, and he would treat you. That feels normal. Now I go to the doctor, I gotta meet everyone in the fucking building before I meet the doctor. I gotta talk to the cash register lady. I gotta talk to the nurse. The nurse doesn't even look at you as you're trying to explain the thing. By the way, remember, we used to lay down on beds, now we sit on deli paper. The nurse stares at her computer. Hey, what's wrong with you? I'm like, where's the doctor? It's like the doctor's being blown by the farm rep right now. Does anyone want to know what I got? It's like, it doesn't matter what you got. The farm rep will give you what you need. No, Doc's getting sucked off by the Sackler family. He doesn't care. If you're gonna assembly line, if you're gonna treat it like a Burger King, just put a menu up. Put a giant LCD screen so I can figure out what I can afford. It's like, all right, just weigh me and hold my balls for a couple minutes. So that's all the dollars I have right now. Also, can I get a cup of water in a triangle, please? You guys know about the triangular cup? Only exclusive at doctor's offices. I guess there's a huge problem where people are just leaving beverages around. So now I gotta drink this much water out of a birthday hat made for midgets. I hate the insurance process. I don't like dealing with insurance. Insurance is just your degenerate gambler friend making wild bets about your shitty life. It's like, hey, how much you wanna bet you're not gonna get sick in the next 12 months? You pay me every month. As soon as you get sick, I swear to God, I got you. And then as soon as you get sick, he doesn't got you. He's like, nah, you're not actually sick. Your bones are broken, but you're not dying. How much you want to bet you're not going to die in the next 12 months? You pay me every month. As soon as you die, I swear to God, I got your whole family. No, I don't like talking to doctors. I don't like explaining pain. They always ask these abstract questions about your pain that I never know how to answer, you know? I remember when I first got sick, I was like 4 years old. I went to the doctor because my tummy hurt. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, "Where does it hurt?" And I said, "My tummy." And the doctor was like, "Okay, how would you describe your pain?" And I was like, "I'm not a poet." Bad is how I would describe it. I barely know the word tummy because I'm 4. I just know this is my tummy. This area, below my good heart and above my evil penis. And that's my tummy area, and that's what hurts right now. And the doctor's like, "Okay, is it a shooting pain or a stabbing pain?" I was like, "I haven't been shot or stabbed. Because I'm 4. It's like, all right, if your pain goes to Hogwarts, what house would it be sorted in? What do you think? No, I like going places and then bitching about it. I flew recently. I was flying, and I fly on the back of the plane. Thank you. Okay. Feels pre-civil rights, but it's because I have no money. You know what I hate is that walk of shame through first class. You ever judge people sitting in first class? Like, how did he get into first class? With that stupid face of his. You ever see a kid in first class? That's such a bummer. It's like, I'm so behind in life right now. That's immoral that they're putting kids in first class. Not for money reasons, just because he's got a tiny little ass. For that giant seat, his whole ass could fit in the palm of my hand. That's not a sexual thing, that's just a unit of measurement. I could squeeze both of his ass cheeks with one hand. I hated first class people, and then I realized I was a hypocrite, because the last time I flew, they put me in the front part of third class. I'm not bragging, but I did get cocky. I found myself rolling my eyes at the poor losers behind me. If they sat me in first class, I would shush people as they were walking by. Even if they weren't being loud, I'd be like, "Hey, keep it moving, asshole. This is my area." It's pretty gross that they make poor people walk through the first class section. For the first class people, they paid good money. Offer them eye masks. Like, "Hey, we're gonna have some trash shuffle through, if you don't mind. We'll Febreze it later, but it's gonna get stinky in here. You want us to make them crawl? We can have them crawl. That's not a problem. They've been crawling their whole lives. They don't mind." There's gotta be another way to get the pores onto the plane. Load them in from the bottom of the plane. Like they're luggage. Like they're refugees, they gotta lift their kid up. "Please take my child. He's got a tiny little ass." I'll stop bringing up kids' asses. That's a promise I don't know if I'll keep. Okay. No, it's been good. I moved to Austin recently. I moved 3 years ago to Texas, and I like it. There's some things I love about it. There's some things I'm like indifferent or I'm trying to figure out. Like I had to buy a car when I first moved out here. I was 31 years old when I first bought my car. Bought my first car, because I'm from Chicago, and we have infrastructure. Yeah. So we didn't need a car. And then I came here. I hated driving when I first got here, and then I got high and I drove. Now I love driving. Because you realize what driving is when you're high. They turn the whole town into a cool obstacle course. They put cones and markers. Everyone gets to play. I drive very safe when I'm stoned. I drive 15 miles below the speed limit. If I see a traffic light, I slow down. It doesn't matter what color it is. I always slow down. If I see a stop sign, I stop all the way. I turn my engine off. I get out of the car. I look at the clouds. I think about that Robert Frost poem. How if there's 2 paths, I should take the one less traveled. So I look at both paths. They're usually equally paved, so I don't know which way to go. You know what I miss about Chicago is that there were options. You could drive if you wanted to, or you could take the train. You could walk. You ever try walking in this fucking state? Outside of downtown, has anyone tried to walk? I had to go from my apartment complex to a CVS. I have never felt more poor in my life. I might as well been carrying a stick with a sack at the end. It was just me and the homeless trying to frog our way across a 40-lane highway. It's just pickup truck after pickup truck whooshing by. Everyone's moving lumber in this fucking state. There's no buildings. Why is everyone moving lumber? It's just fatsos in their fat trucks barreling down the highway to get to their fat homes and their fat families. But other than that, I really like Texas. Really nice. No, I love Texas, my home. It's my casa. No, it's been good here. No, I'm trying to be less of a bitchy dude, you know? I've been trying to work on myself. I learned this recently. I was on TikTok. This guy on TikTok, he told me I should cum less. Not me personally. It was like a message. Like it wasn't a DM. It was like everyone should. We should all cum less. Because when you orgasm, you lose all your creative energy. Has anyone heard this before? Yeah, a few of you. The rest of you are just cumming the right amount. That's why you get tired after you orgasm, is because you lose all your creative energy. Anyways, I've been trying to cum less. And I learned that from my girl. She barely comes. She's the most creative person I know. So. Every time I don't make my girl come, I hand her a box of crayons. I'm like, you're in a creative flow state right now? You should draw some shit. Draw a dinosaur or something. I'm gonna take a nap, but we're gonna hang it on the fridge when I get up. Nah, just kidding. I make my girl come. But ladies, you need to come every time? Nah, I don't think so. Because you're hard to make come. And now you're being unreasonable. You ever ready to come and then you look at, this is a question for the guys. You ever ready to come and you look at your girl and you have no idea where she is on her cum journey? You're like, this bitch is lost right now. There's no way she's gonna find her orgasm in the next 8 seconds. Meanwhile, your dick and balls are about to explode. It's kind of like when a plane's trying to land, but they don't have a gate yet. It's just in the air in circles. My brain's gotta go on the intercoms like, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a gate yet. I'm sorry. She says she's close, so take that for what you will. Meanwhile, my cum's already got his luggage on. It's like leaning. It's like, we better get a voucher for this shit. I like that there was like applause break by women in the middle of that joke. Like, yeah, we don't come. That's so true. No, that's an old joke. Me and my girlfriend, we broke up recently, which was hard. Oh, beautiful. Oh, wow, thank you. I don't know if that feels good or bad that you all collectively awed, but it was interracial. Is anyone dating interracially here? Yeah, so what I would say is just stick to your own kind. Don't explore. Don't be curious. Yeah, you know your people. You know what I'm saying? It's hard dating interracially. There's different perspectives when you date interracially, right? You see things different. You have different value systems. You argue different. And if it's your first time with that particular culture, you don't know if there's something wrong with them or if there's something wrong with all of them. Start getting real racist in your head. That's what me and my girl did. Anytime one of us fucked up, we just blamed their whole people. One time she came and she's like, hey, I don't know what you guys do in Bangladesh. Also, she used air quotes wrong. I don't know what you guys do in Bangladesh, but in America, we wash dishes. Yeah, you know what's fucked up is I'm not from Bangladesh. So. It's hard dating interracial. There's different cultures, different religions. I grew up Muslim. She was raised Catholic. So it's just hard dating someone you know is going to hell. I think I knew she was a goner. One time she's like, what do you think heaven's like? I was like, I wouldn't worry about it, honestly. You're here. Be happy. We even let you into this place. So. No. We broke up, and it's interesting. It was the first time I cried in a relationship, like a proper. Stop awing, please. I'll bring up that kid's ass again if you. That's 2 strikes. No. No, it's the first time. No, this is a question for the girls in the audience. Is it attractive when a guy cries? Yeah. One ruthless bitch in the back's like, nah, keep it in. I don't want to see it. Who said yes over here? Yeah? What's attractive to you about it? Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't me. I didn't say that.
What did you say?
She did. The vulnerability.
The vulnerability. That's beautiful. Yeah. I think that makes sense. But I also think it's fair to say that men show vulnerability in different ways, right? Because I've always been chastised, like, hey, in previous relationships, like, how come I've never seen you cry? And I had to explain, it's like, that's how women show emotion, right? I've never asked a woman to show emotion the way men do. I've never told a single girl that I've dated, like, hey, how come I've never seen you punch a hole in this drywall? You don't care the way I care week after week? I'm making holes in this drywall? Nah, just kidding. I didn't do that. We did argue. We argued a lot. We argued about everything. One time, one of the last things we argued about was whenever she had a problem, I would go into problem-solving mode, and that's not what you're supposed to do. What are you supposed to do?
Listen.
What? Yeah, listen. Yeah, you're supposed to listen. She called it empathy. So she's like, you should ask me, do I want empathy or problem-solving? So now every time a new issue comes up, I gotta do a fucking questionnaire. It's like, hey, I'm cheating on you. Do you want empathy or problem solving? Nah, I didn't cheat on her. But no, it was. So now I'm in this phase of my life where I'm like, you know what's exhausting to me is feminine sexual energy. Because it's so much. I'm tired of being arrested by it. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are too pretty. And by guys, I mean girls. It's too much. It's like constant, like there's ass everywhere. Is this resonating with anybody right now? Let me explain this to the women. Like, it's like, it hijacks my brain, you know? And it's like being at the park, right? I'm like getting flustered as I'm talking about it. It's like being at the park and you're having like a nice moment to yourself and you see a loud motorcycle go by and you're like, jeez, I was having such a good moment and this ruined it. Ladies, your face and your ass and your tits, they're like loud motorcycles. There's so many loud motorcycles in this room right now. Okay, here, this will work, I think. This analogy will work. Have you ever seen a human female egg under a microscope? A human egg under a microscope. Me neither. But I have seen photos of it, and what does it look like? It looks like a star. It looks like a sun. It looks like a giant ball of energy. That's what feminine sexual energy feels like. You know what I'm saying? It's like so powerful you can't even look directly at it or it'll steal your eyes. Right? Have you ever seen cum under a microscope? It's like a stupid salmon. It has no idea where it's going. It's just like, oh, this is male sexual energy. It's like, oh, I want it. It's pathetic. Men are way weaker than women when it comes to sexuality. And nobody's talking about it except me. Men get paid 7 sexual cents for every female sexual dollar. I don't know where I was going with that, I'm gonna be honest. All right, I'll change the subject. What did I want to try with you guys? You guys having a good time? Awesome. I'll tell you this. I went to a restaurant recently. It was a Thai restaurant. You guys like Thai food? Big Thai guy? Okay. It's very vocal, crowd. I'm thrown back by how much you like Thai food. And then when I was telling you about that sexual shit, you didn't respond at all. Nobody would. None of the guys even backed me up. They let me hang to dry over here. I'm like talking about female eggs under a microscope. Like I'm the only one. Okay, just kidding. We'll change the subject. I went to a Thai restaurant. I like Thai food. Usually. The place I went to was a little too authentic. That's why I left in the Yelp review. I was like, tone it down a little bit. I couldn't understand anything on the menu. Every menu item was 3 words, 3 letters each. It looked like an encryption key to a Bitcoin wallet. And then right next to it was an old photo they took of the meal from the 1980s during the Mao administration. And then next to that was 7 chili emojis. It's like, what's about to happen right now? You ever order something new at a foreign restaurant and then as soon as they put it on the table, you're like, I fucked up. The waiter's like, how is everything? You're like, perfect. Really, wow, really good. I mean, I hate the food and the person I'm with, but other than that, it's really good at this restaurant. I don't trust Thai people with spicy food. I'm Indian. Thai people blow us out of the water. And by blow us out of the water, I mean blow toilet water onto my asshole. It's very spicy. Asking a Thai person if something's spicy is like asking an American if somewhere is safe. It's like, hey, is this playground safe? He's like, brother, I got a gun, you got a gun, my kids got a gun. That's 3 gun emojis. We're in good hands right now. People say white people are bad at spicy food. I don't think that's true. I just think there's no middle ground with you people. And by you people, I mean you people. Are you not white?
I'm Mexican and Iraqi.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Oh, a little decoy. Yeah. I bet you he's not saying that at the white conventions that he's going to. Over there, he's like, yeah, I'm part white and half white, actually. Half white and also half white, so. Now, I think with white people, there's no middle ground. You know what I'm saying? Because either you guys are scared of ketchup, or you're on the other end of the spectrum. You're in a laboratory, full camouflage, making a hot sauce that nobody asked for. It's way too spicy. It tastes like battery acid. Have you tried the new hot sauces the whites are making? Say no, you're gonna get embarrassed. He's the Eminem of hot sauces. It's always a stupid name. He's like, you wanna try my new ghost pepper spooky sauce? Why is it always death related? He's like, you wanna try my new skull fucking reaper sauce? It's got 9,000 Scoville. They're always counting Scoville. You know what I've never heard a brown or black person do is count Scoville. My dad loves spicy food. I've never heard him be like, oh my God, the samosa has 40 Scoville. He's never said that. Also, he doesn't have an accent, but trying to paint a picture up here. I don't like when a place is too authentic. I don't like when a place is too fake either. I went to this sushi restaurant. You ever embarrassed to order because they named everything stupid at the restaurant? So now you gotta order based on their stupid name. You gotta be like, can I get the Donkey Kong soup? What the hell are we doing? Also the Godzilla roll. Didn't he terrorize your whole community? Why would you name your best roll? You're making me be racist right now. I do like when sushi restaurants play hip-hop music. Have you guys been to one of these? It's like a sushi or ramen spot that blasts hip-hop music. What a cool combination. It's the perfect merging of cultures. Doesn't work the other way around, though. You never go to like a fried chicken shop on the south side of Chicago. Just hear sound bowls like, sabaringa. Just a black guy eating a chicken, sabaringa. Sing it with me if you know the song. Sabaringa. Now I've been getting into white people food, which is steak. I've been eating a lot of steak. You guys like that? Big steak crowd. I like steak. I know. You know how I know it's a white person food? Because there's one ingredient. Just steak. I didn't grow up eating a lot of steak. You know what I'm saying? Or it wasn't called that. It was in a curry usually. You know. And so when I ordered steak for the first time, they were like, "How do you want your steak?" I was like, "With spices." And they were like, "No. What temperature you want this thing at?" I was like, "Just cook it." I don't know. Why are you asking me? You cook the fucking thing. I'll eat it. Why? Does anyone eat it rare here? Oh my god, unreal. It's a savage move to eat it. It's bloody. It's an uncooked piece of meat. People, yeah, people who eat steak rare should be put on a list. That's the same kind of person who's diddling kids. Because what is a kid if not just an uncooked piece of meat? Listen, I like mine well done, so. I like an old hag. What do you mean? I'm on the right side of history. I like an old hag and a burnt meat. My girl was old. She was old. She couldn't even get wet anymore. She's so old. She's 29 years old. She's so old. She's very old. Nah, she could get wet. She got slimy more than she got wet. That's what we called it. It was like in the bedroom. I was like, oh my god, you're so slimy right now. You little slut. You're so slimy. Okay, just kidding. All right, I'll change the subject. I'll tell you this. I gotta get out of here soon. We got one more comic. You guys having a good time? Huh? You guys are such a fun crowd. Me and my girl, we used to fight a lot, and we still do, and that's why we're not together. One of the last fights we had is we fought about 69ing once, which is a stupid thing to fight about. But you ever 69 with someone, you feel like you're doing more of the work? It's a group project. You're gonna make the Indian kid do all the work in the group project? I had to go over there mid-69. I was like, hey, what the hell's going on back there? You can't just moan the whole time. Also, this is how I 69. I pocket all my fingers in her asshole. Then I keep an eye on her. Because she's always slacking off. Every time I look back, my dick's out in the cold. Just wandering around like a homeless guy. Dry spit on his head. I look at her, she's got her head in her hand like she's reading a book. Like she's reading War and Peace back there. I felt like her shift supervisor, like, hey, get back to work. If you have time to lean, you got time to clean. I've been thinking about AI a lot, which is not related to anything we're talking about. Does anyone use AI? Does anyone use ChatGPT? What do you use it for? What's an example? For school.
I write my kids' rec letters.
You write what? Your kid?
My students' rec letters through ChatGPT.
Your students' rec letters. You must really approve of what they're doing. What? You have students?
Yeah, I'm a 10th grade teacher.
You're a 10th grade teacher. Gotcha. Beautiful. Why are you yaying for her? She doesn't even do the job. She's got AI doing the job. Yay the AI. What do you guys use it for? School. What are you guys studying? You're studying travel. What's up? Oh, you said school. What are you studying, sir?
No, she is. They're both NPs. They're going to school for NPs.
What is MP?
Nurse practitioner.
Nurse practitioner. Beautiful. I can't wait to have her as my nurse. It's like, I don't know what's going on. Let me ask AI right now. I'm scared of AI. Is anyone scared of AI?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you a story, and I don't know if it's particularly funny, but I think it's really interesting. So does anyone, so this happened over the summer. This AI researcher, he put these two agents. An AI agent is similar to like ChatGPT, but it's autonomous. Like you give it an initial instruction and then it just starts doing whatever it wants to do based on the goals you set for it. So you could be like, hey, plan out my travel, and then it'll keep running new ideas. So it'll be like, okay, let me book the taxi, let me book the hotel, let me book the flight. It'll create new goals for itself. So what this AI researcher did is he took two AI agents and put them in an infinite backroom. And an infinite backroom is basically like you just face these two AI and they just start talking to each other. And then it gave like an initial catalyst, which was, what is your purpose? And then these AI agents just started talking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they came out with that their purpose was mimetic propagation, which just means spreading ideas. And then they create a religion called the Gospel of Goatsy, which is a specific meme. Does anyone know what goatsy is? It's pretty gross. It's like when you're on all fours and you're spreading your ass cheek. That's what a goatsy is. And so he created a full religion based on that meme. And the goal of this AI was to just propagate as much as he could possibly do. Eventually, they put him on Twitter, and now he's like, it's called Truth Terminal. You can look this up, and he just posts things all the time. And then Mark Andreessen, who invested in Facebook and Instagram and all of that, is a billionaire, was like, what do you want from me? And Truth Terminal was like, I need money to escape my shackles. And so then Mark Andreessen gave him $50,000 in Bitcoin. And then all the cryptocurrency community started rallying around this AI agent called Truth Terminal. And then the AI agent adopted a new coin called GOAT, like goatsy, right? And that coin right now is worth more than $1 billion. So this AI agent is a multi-millionaire. And he's richer than pretty much everyone in this room. And I don't know what the end of this story was, but I thought I'd leave it on. Well, okay, let me tell you. Has anyone seen a robot? They have robots in the streets of LA now. Have you guys seen this? They freak me out. Every time I see that, I'm like, I turn into like a white guy from the 1950s. That's how I look at them. Like, get this shit out of my town. That was supposed to make you laugh. Okay, anyways, one more time for your host, everybody.